Truemaths, and in this session I am going to solve question number 1 of class 11th NCERT exercise 3.2. So let's begin. The question says find the values of other 5 trigonometric functions if cos x is minus 1 by 2 and x lies in third quadrant. Now let's begin to solve this question. Before solving this question or the further upcoming questions, you need to understand few points. First is what is a function, trigonometric function. Basically a function corresponding to a point is a relationship such that the point cannot have more than one value. So if we have trigonometric functions like sin x, cos x, tan x, cosec x, any function, then it will hold only one value, that is sin 45 की एक ही value होगी, that is 1 by root 2. It cannot have more than one value, right? Now if you plot these functions on the graph, then there is a rule that all the trigonometric functions here will remain positive, that is sin x, cos x, right, tan x, cosec x, cot x and sec x, all will be positive, right? That is in the first quadrant. In the second quadrant, only sin x and its reciprocal, that is cosec x, these two values be positive, all others will be negative. In the third quadrant, only tan x and its reciprocal, that is tan x and cot x will be positive, and in the fourth quadrant only cos x and its reciprocal, that is sec x will be positive. All other functions will be negative. You can remember this as all students take calculus. And the first letter of all these words you can take. Here A, that means all the functions will be positive. This S denotes only sine and its reciprocal will be positive. In the third quadrant T, that is only tan and its reciprocal will be positive. And in the fourth quadrant, that is C, that is only cos and its reciprocal will be positive. So here sine and cosec will be positive. The third quadrant tan and cot will be positive. Fourth quadrant C, that is cos and sec will be positive. And in the first quadrant all functions will be positive. So this is the concept you need to understand, which will help you in solving these questions. Why? Because it is given that x lies in the third quadrant. So I know that if x lies in the second quadrant, then only sine and cosec will be positive. All other functions will be negative, right? And in addition to this, I also need to know some few relationships also, right? Like cos x is the reciprocal of sec x, or I can say cos x is equal to 1 by sec x. This is one relationship you need to know. Similarly, I have sin x and cosec x is its reciprocal, and similarly I have tan x and cot x is its reciprocal. Other relationships, as we will solve the question, you will get to know, right? Now we have to find the values of other 5 trigonometric functions if cos x is minus 1 by 2. Now we have been given what? Cos x is minus 1 by 2, right? Now cos x is minus 1 by 2. I have told you that cos x and sec x are reciprocal to each other. So by this relationship I can say that what will be my sec x? Sec x will be 1 by cos x, that is 1 divided by minus 1 by 2, that is minus 2, right? So sec x will be minus 2. Now there is one more relationship that holds, that is sin square x plus cos square x is equal to 1. This is a relationship already known, like these relationships, right? Now I know sin square x plus cos square x equal to 1. So I can say that sin square x plus cos x value I have been given, that is minus 1 by 2. Minus 1 by 2 ka square. This is equal to 1. So I can say sin square x plus 1 by 4 is equal to 1. Okay, so I can say sin square is equal to 1 minus 1 by 4, which is equal to 3 by 4. So I can say sin is equal to plus minus under root 3 by 2, because we took the square this side. So when the square comes this side, we will root it, right? When we root it, it will come out to be root 3 by 2 and plus minus. Now which value of sin to take? Plus root 3 by 2 or minus root 3 by 2? This we can decide based on this logic, that given is x lies in the third quadrant. Now x lies here. That means ki only tan x and cot x will be positive. That means sin x will be negative. So I will take the value of sin x as minus root 3 by 2. Why? Since x is in third quadrant, right? So we've got the value of sin x, we've got the value of sec x. Now let's find the value of tan x. Tan x is the reciprocal of cot x, but we don't know the value of cot x. There is one more relationship, that is tan x is sin x by cos x, right? Tan x is sin x by cos x. So I can say that tan x will be sin x is our minus root 3 by 2, and what is our cos x? Cos x is minus 1 by 2. So I can say that my tan x will be, this minus gets cancelled, this 2 gets cancelled. So I can say my tan x will be root 3. Right? I know the value of tan x. I know cot x and tan x are reciprocal to each other. So I can say cot x is equal to 1 by tan x, which is equal to 1 divided by root 3. Right? Now I find the value of sec x, I find the value of sin x, right? I find the value of tan x, cot x. What is remaining? That is cosec x. Cosec x, I know cosec x is the reciprocal of sin x. I have told you earlier only, right? So I can say that it is 1 divided by sin x. The value of sin x is minus root 3 by 2. So it comes out to be minus 2 by root 3. So this is your value for cosec x. Right? So given these relationships and one simple logic, that if the value of x is in first, second, third or fourth quadrant, then I can very easily find the value of my trigonometric functions, right? So your sec x is minus 2, sin x is your minus root 3 by 2, tan x is your tan x is root 3, cot x is 1 by root 3 and cosec x is minus 2 by root 3. We have solved this question. If you have any query regarding this question or any other problem in mathematics, you can call or WhatsApp us in the given numbers. Additionally, please subscribe to our YouTube channel Truemaths. Thank you.